So you want to start a business, but you are like me and you don't have any money to go towards it. What do? Do you beat yourself up at night and say you can't be like Jeff Bezos in the future because you're too poor? Do you go stand on the side of the highway to beg people for money so you can start a business? Or do you watch this video all the way to the end to find out 7 legit businesses that you can start with $0? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee McLemore, and on this channel I talk about a ton of different topics ranging from entrepreneurship related things all the way to side hustles and even some social media growth hacks like how to grow on YouTube and TikTok. But as I said in that short intro, in this video in particular, I'm going to be going through 7 legit businesses that you can start with $0. Now, the reason why I know about these 7 businesses because as a broke college student, I had to do all of this research at one point to find some ways to put some extra money in my pocket. And I know that going into 2021, a lot of people may have some New Year's resolutions where they want to start a business, or they may be furloughed from their day job and they need a new way to make some extra income. So let's get right into this list together to see exactly what these businesses are. So at the very top of this list, at number 1, we have sitting. Now by sitting, I mean babysitting, pet sitting, house sitting, pretty much any sort of sitting you can think of. And you know why this is a great business model? Obviously, for one, you don't have to have any money to start it up front. But another thing is that it is so renewable. It's not like doing things like selling t-shirts or selling merchandise where you can only do it once. If somebody needs their house watched once, typically they're going to need that same service again in the future when they have to do another errand. So I believe that the best way to start a sitting service would be by word of mouth, because people tend to trust people that have been recommended by people that they know. I know I said people a bunch of times in that last sentence. So for example, I would then start to spread the word that I'm watching cats on weeknights and on the weekends, and I would spread to my friend group to see if anybody needed some cats watched. And typically once you get 1 or 2 people to watch their cats, and those 1 or 2 people let other people know that you're watching cats, your business service would then spread, and also your reliability will increase, because as you get more customers, you get more trust in the community, and you can start building your business that way. Now, in terms of what you want to charge for this service, it depends on really how much you're worth. I would tend to start off a little bit cheaper in the very beginning, just because you're not really trying to make all of your money all at once. So in the very beginning, I would charge about $15 to $20 an hour if it was me. And then once you start getting more customers and competition for your time, you can boost it up to about $30 to $40 an hour. But moving on to the second way you can start a business with $0, and that is tutoring. Now, before you click off this video because you think school is boring and tutoring is stupid, I must remind you that tutoring does not always have to do with something like school. As the great Albert Einstein once said, everybody is a genius at something, but if we test a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live his whole life thinking it's an idiot. So even if you're a person who thinks that school is stupid, you can still start a tutoring service with something else that you're good at. If you're a teenage kid and decent at video games, you can get on Fiverr and start selling Fortnite lessons, for example. And people can order your service and you can then tutor them on how to be a better Fortnite player. And this has nothing to do with school. And the great thing about tutoring as compared to pet sitting or house sitting is that you have a lot more control over when your service is needed. Not saying that you have control on how many people order your gig, but you have control over when you can schedule that gig. But this leads me to the number 3 business that you can start with $0, and that is selling things that you get for free. Now, this is a really cool business model that I have not tried for myself yet, but I will do it for a video in the future. And that is by going on Facebook Marketplace or going on Craigslist and looking at the free section and picking up items that people don't want anymore in their house and then trying to resell it for a profit. And I say for a profit, but if you resell it for anything, you'll be making money. Now, of course, this is a purely speculative business because for one, you're not guaranteed that anybody will be giving their stuff away for free. And because 2, if people are giving their stuff away for free, you're not guaranteed that it'll be worth any money. But if you live in a very densely populated area, then there's a very good chance that a ton of people will be giving away stuff that they don't want in their house anymore in exchange for you to come pick it up for them. One of the main things that I see in the free section on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace are desks, chairs, sometimes some old weight sets. However, most of the stuff is not useless. I even seen some spare 2x4s or wood on there that was left over from a job that a company just wanted to get rid of. So for this business model, what I recommend you do is don't rely on this income, but simply browse around every now and then to see if you can get any good deals. However, pushing along to number 4, the 4th business that you can start with $0 is a t-shirt selling business, and specifically a t-shirt selling business through TeeSpring. Now, even though I have not started a TeeSpring store for this channel yet, I love TeeSpring for the fact that you don't have to have any overhead yourself when you're selling t-shirts. So when you see these monetized channels that have the TeeSpring merch at the bottom, what they are doing specifically is coming up with the design for the shirt, putting it on a shirt in TeeSpring, and when you order that shirt, TeeSpring ships it directly to them, so the original creator doesn't see the shirt that you get even once. And what they receive is the profit from what they charge you versus what it's cost, and whatever's left over, they get that pocketed at the end of the month. So if you're someone who is adept at making cool logo designs, this will be a great business model for you to pursue. And you don't have to limit this business only to YouTube. If you have a large following on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, anything like that, you can utilize a TeeSpring store in order to monetize your audience. I'm not really sure if I'll be making a TeeSpring store once my channel is monetized, because I really like the idea of making custom merch from scratch, and I just feel I'll be able to express my personality more if I was to do it that way rather than TeeSpring. That will cost a little bit more money up front, but that's the risk that I'm willing to take. And coming in at number 5 on the list of businesses that you can start with $0, and that is actually managing social media account for other influencers. Now, this is actually a tougher business model to start off with, because you actually have to get some influencers to trust you with their account in order for you to get customers for your business. Now, I believe that the best way to start this business model off would be to grow an account of your own to a high amount of following, and then start to reach out to other people to use your personal account as a social proof that you know what you're doing. And if you're considering managing social media accounts in the first place, then I feel that you have to be pretty good at growing on social media. So growing your own social media account will be good practice in terms of how to best service your customers. But the biggest upside of this is that you can charge an incredible amount of money to manage other people's social media account. I'm talking about upwards to $100 a day if it's a very large account. But as I said earlier, when you're starting off, I would charge about $100 a month, and even maybe $50 a month, just to show that you're going to give people a great amount of service, and also to show that you can be trustworthy with handling other people's accounts. I know I really didn't explain it, but managing social media accounts would basically be you taking over their account and controlling when the account posts, how they engage with their audience, and responding to DMs and other things like that. You see this a lot in larger companies when they have their media relations department, and they're the people in charge of engaging with the public in the social media space. Some of the best social media management teams are Wendy's on Twitter and Slim Jim on Instagram, because they do a great job with engaging with so much content in a creative and funny way. And now we're on to the 6th business model that you can start with $0, and that is selling other online services. Now, I know I talked in this video earlier about tutoring, but on Fiverr you can sell so many other services. You can start a business with editing YouTube videos. You can start a business with saying happy birthday in funny ways to people. You can start a business by pretending you're Santa Claus so you can tell little kids Merry Christmas. And I'm going to repeat that Fiverr is so versatile that if you're looking to start a business with a small amount of money, then Fiverr should be the place to go. I don't think that there's one upside to posting a gig on Fiverr, because the worst thing that can happen is that no one orders it. It's not like you have to pay a monthly fee to use Fiverr. That's not like you have to pay to promote your gig. You can simply put your gig on Fiverr and see if anybody is willing to order it. And once people do start to order it, you can start making money. I don't know about you, but to me that is a win-win. And that leads me to number 7 and the last business that I'm going to talk about in this video of what you can start with $0, and that is podcasting. Now, there's a common theme in this video that a lot of these businesses are revolving around social media. That is because the amount of people that you can reach by utilizing social media is incredibly high. So by starting a podcast and working on that podcast consistently, you will start to build an audience as you would with TikTok and YouTube. And as you engage more with the audience and build it bigger and bigger and bigger, you can start to receive an income from people who want to sponsor your videos, and you can start to receive an income by monetizing your audience by selling other services to them. You can sell things like merch, you can sell things like online courses, and if you wanted to, you can even sell personal messages like featured on the Cameo app. However, the only caveat I would say with starting a podcast would be that it takes a long time to build it up and to build a solid monetization base. It is one of the platforms that is most similar to YouTube, that is essentially made for long form content, and that its main purpose is either to entertain people or educate people. So in order to be as effective as possible entertaining and educating people, you have to have people who are willing to listen to you and willing to watch your content. But one of the best things about podcasting is that you can get started with just your phone. You don't need a fancy microphone to start podcasting, because I guarantee you that your smartphone has a good enough quality microphone where you can record yourself for 20 to 30 to 40 minutes at a time and upload it to podcast in order to get your creative juices flowing. And I think that the barrier to entry being so low is amazing, because at the very beginning, you're not expected to be perfect. At the very beginning, you're not expected to be a great podcaster, but because you're not spending a ton of money to get started, you have more freedom and less pressure to experiment and learn how to be a better content creator. But with all that being said, those are the 7 businesses that you can start with $0. Now, I know I mentioned a ton of businesses in this video, but if there are some businesses that I did not think of that you want to bring to my attention, leave a comment down below, as I love reading and responding to every single one. And also, if you enjoy my personality for some odd reason, then hit that subscribe button, as well as I will be posting a new video mostly every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But with that being said, I really hope you did find some kind of value in this video, and until next time, guys, peace.